What's up, y'all? It's your boy Keon. I'm here with you on a new series, Above Average Mindset series. In today's topic, we're going to be talking about the youth in Baltimore and basically around the world, period, but specifically in Baltimore because that's where I'm from. Um, I got some things written down that we're going to discuss today um, about the youth in Baltimore and what we need to do to help the youth and to guide the youth in the right direction. So, number one, the youth is the next generation. So, we understand that we got to teach our young kids how they need to survive in this world, what they need to do in this world to be successful. Um, we need to try to do what we can do to help them to achieve the success because we're the parents and we're the ones that's teaching the kids, basically how to survive. So, some of the issues that I see around the city is the kids are homeless. They coming from broken homes. Um, if you go to the gas stations, you see a lot of the kids out there begging for money. They selling drugs. They getting involved in gangs, and basically overall they just don't have anything to do other than to be in the streets a lot of the times. I'm not gonna sit up here and say that um, that's the only thing our kids do because that's far from the truth. A lot of our kids do come from good households and they're getting raised properly, and I definitely commend the parents that's doing so. We addressing some of the issues that we having with our children, and what we can do, to make their lives better and to help them achieve the success because they are the next generation. Um, so this basically the reason why I did this topic is because um, I got touched by the kids. Um, I went to the gas station the other day, and it was a little girl out there. This is the second time that I seen the little girl out there at the gas station, and she was asking, "Can she pump my gas to get something to eat?" And I mean, it touched me. It was one of them situations where I'm like, we can't keep continuing to have our youth out here begging at gas stations and stuff like that. What can we do? Maybe we need to bring light to what's happening around the city and our communities with our young people and what we can do to get them on the right track. So like I say, she touched me with that. Um, and I just couldn't imagine that a young girl, she probably was around like 9, 10 years old, and she's out there begging for some money to get something to eat. I just say I got kids, so to imagine that could be my daughter out there, nah, we can't operate like that. Um, so one thing that I'm gonna ask everybody to do is pray for our youth. If you're a praying person, everybody not a praying people or believe in God. So I'm not gonna say if that's what you're not into, then don't do it. But we need to pray for our youth because it's rough out here for them. A lot of them growing up in crazy households, a lot of stuff going on around them, and all they see is just craziness. So they don't see another way to do things other than to be into the streets or try to get it on their own because obviously they see that they're not going to get it from their parents or whatever. So it might not even be possible for them to do it. So we definitely got to keep them in prayer and hope that God keep his arms wrapped around as many of them as he can because I know some of them going, fall victim to some things, but we want to just keep our youth in prayer because they are going to be the next generation of us coming up. So that's one of the things. One thing I will say is that we do have to support the youth or they're gonna fail. If we as parents or if we're role models or whatever we call ourselves or we consider ourselves, if you don't have kids or you do have kids, we as parents, one thing we have to do is make sure we support our youth. So that's why I put myself in position to be an entrepreneur because I wanted to be that parent that make it to my kids' games and be actively involved in my children's life. I think that's important. I think that's something that a lot of parents don't get time to do. And I appreciate all the ones that is. And I understand some of us gotta work hard, single mothers, single fathers out here. Gotta work 1, 2 jobs. It's hard for you to be involved in your kid's life, but at some point we gotta make some changes because we have to be involved in their lives in order for them to achieve the success that they need to achieve. So that's one thing we want to think about with that. Um, Another thing I wanted to bring up with the Squeegee Boys. Um, the Squeegee Boys. Some of them can be aggressive, but I like what they doing. A lot of them, they wait until after school. They using it as like a job. Most of the ones that I've ran across been pretty respectful. They just out there trying to make their money. We don't know that background, so we can't really judge what type of situations that they going through. So let's support the Squeegee Boys. If you don't need your window washed, because they not out there selling drugs or doing crazy things, they just out there trying to make a couple dollars and stay out of trouble. Let's show them some support. So I'm with what the Squeegee Boys are doing. So one thing that I would say, if you are looking to be an entrepreneur and you trying to find a lane to choose, you trying to choose a lane or get yourself into something, trying to figure out what you can do in order to break into some kind of place that you can add value. Because when you starting a business, you want to get a business that's going to add value to people. And, that's what's going to make you be successful, when you add value, not when you just try and make money for yourself or try to do something for yourself. So starting an organization that can help the youth is a great thing. I'm gonna definitely have some things coming up that's gonna be doing something towards helping the youth. Me and Shell we both are very into supporting the youth in the schools. We're gonna be doing things in the schools, and we're gonna be starting our own programs and different things. Whatever we can do to help the youth, that's gonna be a major thing that we can do, or a major thing you can do in your community, to become an entrepreneur. Do something to help the youth. Create some kind of organization that's geared towards helping our next generation, which are the young people. One group I want to give a shout out to is Safe Streets Baltimore. I don't know if you heard of Safe Streets Baltimore. Look them up. They on Instagram and they on Facebook. But Safe Streets Baltimore is doing major things in our community. They out there in the streets and they pounding the pavement to help the youth. They do a lot of major events for the youth, to give them, just something to do, because a lot of these kids don't even have money to buy soda from the store. So for them to be able to go out there and pound the pavement and help these children out is great. Also, they into doing mediation for the gangs out there and the different things that's happening in communities. If you look at Safe Streets Baltimore, they in the thick of things. They in the communities and they are actually helping build up our communities. So like I say, if they find out it's a gang rival or it's two kids beefing in the streets, they actually go out and try to do their part and mediate the gang violence, so that they can stop trying to kill each other and start trying to live together and live in harmony and create a good future for themselves. So Safe Streets Baltimore, man, go support that group. That's a major group in our city. I've been speaking with a few of the leaders of the organization, and we're gonna try to get together and do some big things in the community. Us over at Shell's Kitchen in Safe Street Baltimore, definitely you're gonna see some things happening with us. So yeah, go follow them on Instagram and Facebook, Safe Street Baltimore. They doing major things in the community to help the youth. So that's what I'm saying. If you are thinking about trying to choose a lane and get in business or something, do something that's geared towards helping out these young kids better their lives, and I guarantee you will achieve some success in that. So that's one of my major things. What else? What else do I have? So yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about today. I feel like that's one of the most major topics, and I want to know what you feel like. Y'all out there, what can we do to help the youth? If y'all got any ideas, y'all got any comments, leave them comment below and let me know what we can be doing or some different ideas, and maybe we can come together and put some things together. But for sure, we gotta understand that we gotta start with saving our youth, definitely the next generation. And I think that's very important for us to focus on right now. Starting a new decade, we want to go into this decade strong. We know the type of stuff that's happening in our communities. We don't want to keep on just sitting back and watching all this stuff happen to our kids, and we not doing nothing to help. We just shaking our head or saying that's sad. I can't even tell you in 2019 how much of the youth we lost. Young kids getting murdered, pointless murders. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't keep doing this to each other. We got to end this violence amongst our youth. So if y'all could just comment below, let me know how y'all feel. Tell me some things that y'all think that we can do to better the youth. So yeah, this episode 2, episode 3 will be coming your way tomorrow. We're gonna keep this thing going. We're gonna keep talking about the topics, different things that we need to do, and different things that we can do to uplift our communities and just build ourselves up to make ourselves better people in 2020. So this episode 2, appreciate y'all tuning in. Holla at y'all. Thanks.